Hey guys, welcome back to Journal of Journeys. We want to go over what the plan is and what we're going to be talking about with future episodes, and the platform that we have here. So, Ethan, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. No, we were looking at different kind of fields or area that we want to talk about, and I think one of the biggest thing that we want to talk about right now or soon is the real estate. How the interest has risen up and how much money the houses are costing, and are people buying houses, or are they selling their houses, or are they just sitting on the house waiting until the interest drop? I think now I realized, I noticed that a lot of people buy and rent, but I don't know if anybody is buying right now or renting any of their houses just because the interest is so high.
hmm And I feel like with us living in California, we have one of the highest housing markets here, and so
Hmm.
that'll be a really good discussion to have too.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of the real estate?
Um, I think living in California, it's become an unrealistic goal for a lot of people. Um, I'm personally not looking to buy yet, but just hearing from friends and clients, it is the American dream that is harder to achieve here in California, I feel like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think with that, you know, two bedroom, one bathroom, $700,000 house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna fit everybody in there.
Right.
But no, no, and then talking about that, moving on to the next one is definitely the AI,
Mm-hmm.
AI technology. What do you think of
It's
that?
taken over everything. Yeah, I think it's good. Good for some if you know how to utilize it, and it can make your job easier. But I know that it's making other jobs become less, maybe like less needed in the industry. So it is disrupting a lot of industries. So yeah, it's a really big thing. That'd be a really good
Yeah,
topic.
yeah. It's crazy how the AI is changing everything, even in like, the way you edit things. I mean, shoot, it's cutting out a lot quicker. I mean, if you're using different software, different programs in there that are editing your videos and stuff, it's so quick. Because back in the day, people would you would sit there and then cut this and cut that, and add audio into these stuff. But now it's everything in one. And so technology itself, and the especially AI, how people are using what they call
Hmm.
chat gbt to just ask everything,
Yeah,
ask every single
write
question, answer.
essays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
answer every single thing that you need. I mean, it doesn't answer everything, but a majority of it, if you ask a question, it will give you a answer close enough to what you need, especially with people that are looking for. Like, I heard a story that there's a guy, he hired a lawyer, and he paid the lawyer, I think, like maybe 2,000 every year just to have him. And the next thing you know, ChatGPT came out. The guy fired his lawyer and still got the same answer from ChatGPT. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
But yeah, no, the AI world is interesting. It's coming in, and I think it's coming in a lot faster than we think.
Hmm. Absolutely. I think there's like the whole scare around it too because it's so advanced. We don't know what people, with anything, people can use it for really bad things too, right?
Oh yeah.
And there is a huge concern about the security of AI too. So it is definitely a new frontier that we're entering, and it's so good to know about.
Mm-hmm. And then moving on to our next thing is that we definitely want to bring people in that are interest that we feel interested in the financial education area, or just in the financial service, just to learn a little bit more about money. I mean,
Hmm.
money's so important.
Yeah, money is our biggest resources, and we come from the financial services field, and we have
Mm-hmm.
that background. We have a nonprofit that is focused on financial education, so I feel like it is taking root, and it's something that is needed more, in schools, and just having that dialogue about what money is and what wealth is, and how we can educate the future generation. It's definitely an important discussion.
Yeah. I think with getting when we hit the, I mean, hopefully we can bring in some really good and qualified people that are speaking about the financial area. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many people out there that are what they call financial guru, and sometimes it's hit and miss. But sometimes nobody really can tell the future of the market of the financials. So hopefully we bring a diverse individuals of people that are in the field and have different knowledges in that place.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, on the other end of the spectrum, when we talk about financial education and wealth, is we always have to acknowledge what poverty does. So hopefully, we can have people who can come in and give their experiences of maybe growing up in poverty, how that
Hmm.
shapes the way how they manage their personal finances and how it's given them a different outlook in life. So that's something that I'm hoping to do because I'm really interested in that field.
Yep. And then to the next one, college. Oh man, this is it's an interesting topic, especially the college.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're in college.
I'm in college. I'm in college. I think I have a different view because I dropped out of college at a really young age, and then I'm also entering at a very later age. Usually by my age, people are done with their college career
Don't tell them that.
already.
Don't tell them that.
I'm not that old. But no, I think I definitely have my own perspective on it. And when we get to that topic, I'll share more about just, maybe my perspective. And then hopefully we can hear from people, different people on how their perspective is. Especially, I feel like if they went to college and they're not using that degree, but maybe they're pursuing something totally different, they may have like a different view on the college experience and the investments that goes into college too.
Yeah, I think I think everything you said is very important, especially when you're going there and you're trying to go in there for a specific career that you are gonna need the degree. I know some people they said, hey, I'm gonna go to college and become a I don't know, a IT person or learn about programming and things like that. I think me personally that YouTube it.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people want to take their information, their college level to the next level, so they will attend those things. And I did law enforcement for a long time, and I did go to college for that area. And but now, after living life for a bit, your perspective of college and things change a
Mhm.
little bit. But
It'd be interesting to hear your perspective on it too, because I think you went more of the traditional route. I'm like untraditional.
I
So
don't
that would
know.
be
We'll see.
good.
We'll see. We'll see when we hit that mark.
Yeah. And then something that I'm also passionate about, and I think we really good is holistic health, right? Whether it's physical health, mental health, what are different approaches out there to holistic health and, health that is more natural. So I'm excited about that one.
I don't know much about holistic health. I think once we get in there and once we can get some people in to talk about holistic health, I think it'll be interesting because definitely have a lot of question on what is holistic health, anyways.
Yeah.
I think just from hearing what you all said, holistic health, it's very something organic or natural, and I think it'll be interesting to hear, especially how they think of it now after using all these medicine or things
Hmm.
like that has changed the world. Seeing if they're willing to go back a little bit, you know.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people, they're in for like that quick fix, If I
Hmm.
have a headache, give me a pill for that, right? With holistic health, it challenges us to, it's a slower process, but I feel like it'll give us more longevity to life in the long haul. So I'm excited for that topic.
Yeah. The next one is, we are very interested in learning, especially on the entrepreneur side. And this one area is really a startup on your business, on a restaurant that you're looking into doing. And so there's a lot of people that want to start a restaurant after the pandemic happened. And because it took down so many restaurants when COVID hit.
Hmm.
And so now we want to see what are you changing in the what are you doing to try to keep your restaurant continuously going if a COVID 2.0 hit, you know. So that's I think that's very important because a lot of restaurant, I mean, again, we work in the financial area and we've seen a lot of restaurant close down. A lot of people say, hey, you know what, Ethan, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep my restaurant for this much longer. Can you help me close it down, or what can we do?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll give a little insights of talking to different restaurant owners of saying, hey, what are you doing that's different to prepare you just in case if this happens again.
Right.
Hmm.
I feel like after COVID, a lot of people were looking for extra ways to make income. And if you notice on social media, if you want something to eat, you can just order it and go pick it up at someone's house now too,
Hmm.
right? So for
Yeah.
restaurant owners, I wonder how they're navigating those challenges, like competing with just regular people who are cooking but at a lower price,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that would be a good conversation.
Yeah. And then to the next area that we are very, very interested is, of course, podcasts. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a new territory for us.
it is. It's a new area for us, and I enjoy it. I can talk to myself all day.
Yeah, it would be good to hear from maybe people who have had a podcast for a long time, since we're so new at this, just to get some insights on how they start, the challenges that come with it. And hopefully we can learn techniques to make our podcast better with time too.
Yeah, I think it's all about trying to learn how to get this podcast started and trying to learn the viewers, you guys, seeing what you guys are really into, and and we're definitely bringing different podcasters in to talk more about how they started, what they're doing different now than when they first started, and how they can also help us improve our podcast.
Hmm. Next up is we do want to share stories on people who have been able to accelerate money from life insurance policies for health issues for the living benefits, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we come across a lot in the industry that we're in, and we really want to speak with real life people who have had the chance. Well, maybe they've gone through a chronic, critical, or terminal
Mm-hmm.
illness, and who have been able to receive this acceleration and how it's affecting their life. And those are stories that matters because it really takes what we do and it makes it real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so cool what they have now in those kind of fields and in the life insurance, because a lot of the things that people talk about is, hey, it's just about the money, but it's not. It's changed so much, and so that's why we want to bring in somebody that have experienced it, gone through it, and hey, what are the benefits and what are the pros and cons basically about it. And so we hope that we can look more into the insights of that area, and help you guys make a more better informative decision down the line, on that area. Yeah. So my next topic that I really enjoy is the police, police slash military. I grew up in that field, so I've had the chance to go back into policing, especially in California, but I decided not to. It's not that I didn't want to take the chance or anything. It's just that different priorities came up and decided, you know what, I kind of have to choose. But again, to everybody that are serving in the line of duty of, policing all the women and men, I give props to them. Continue going, and they basically bring a safety in the United States here.
Hmm. And with all of the political and social issues, policing is very different now. Would you agree from when you were still police compared to now? Do you think so?
Oh yeah, it's very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, when I used to do it, it was more of a community thing,
Mm-hmm.
where majority of the people in town or places kind of know who you are, know your name. When they're barbecuing, you go and eat their food and you sit down at the same table with them. But now it's very, very different.
Yeah. now I think some people even view police as a threat,
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah,
a
some.
threat instead of someone they would call to for help, right? With so much political stuff behind it.
Yeah.
So that would be a really good topic.
Oh no, I think it will, and then especially the next topic we're gonna be talking about is
Homelessness.
yeah, that's
Homelessness is big. It's a epidemic here.
it's crazy in
Yeah.
California. I mean, it's it's massive.
Right.
I don't know if there. Have you heard that on? I think right in Sacramento here, they're building this. I think like 150 little
Yeah.
small homes and
Housing
stuff, housing
units
units
for homelessness.
for
Yeah.
homelessness. That's great. That's great though. But I mean, it's
It
just
shows how big it is here that they have to
yeah.
dedicate.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, it is a big thing. And I think an important part of homelessness that I really want to dig into is how that affects your psychology and your well-being, and the family structures that leads to homelessness, if there is a pattern there. So, I always say we can't talk about wealth without talking about the other end of the spectrum, poverty,
Yes.
homelessness. And I feel like this will really wrap up what we want to learn from, whether it's finance or the other end of the spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah. Even now, I mean, when we look at the homelessness, I mean, we can be living at a beautiful neighborhood and then drive a block away and there is your other neighborhood, where everybody's living in tents and it's just massive. And I think that's so important to bring somebody in that is more knowledgeable and kind of know what they are the people that are out there talking to other people saying, hey, what do you need help in that we can help you. But based on all our points and stuff that we want to talk about, if you really enjoy or you want to hear more or listen to more people that are going to be coming up, definitely subscribe to our podcast, listen and learn from it. I think there's a lot of things to take from here. Yeah.
And even if I feel like for our viewers, if they resonate with some of our topics or they know people who fall into these categories, we would love to get in touch with those people, then maybe invite them on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna need everybody's help.
But that I think that'll be all now. Yeah.